I never wear black on my channel, so this is a little bit different. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I wanted to do a 1 year update on my puppy Evie. I can't believe she is finally a year old. Like, it's literally insane. I don't think I've had her for quite a year yet because we got her at like 8 weeks, but she's a year old and I can't believe it. Like, honestly, how has time gone that quickly? So I did do a pup date a while ago and I thought I would do another one now that she's a year old. I'm a little bit more knowledgeable as a puppy parent, and I just thought it would be fun to do a little video with her because I feel like she hasn't been on the channel in a while. So she's just been enjoying her chew, so I don't really want to disrupt her for too long. But this is little Evie. She's super shaggy at the moment. She really needs a haircut, but she's still so tiny even though she's a year old. She is like my little parrot. She loves to be up high and be on people's shoulders. But I just love this girl. My little 1-year-old, huh? You're such a big girl. Say hi to everyone. Say hello. She's also still really tired. So if you can hear some chamming in the back, please don't mind, because that is just Evie having her chew, but I wanted to make sure that she's close by for this video so that she can feature a little bit. So I've got some dot points on my phone and I'm going to touch on a few little things that I think are really important so that if you are looking to get a puppy, or if you're just interested, then you can hear about it. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is sleeping. Now, Evie sleeps in a crate. I know there are divided opinions on this. I have friends who don't have their dogs in crates, friends who do. But personally for us, it just made more sense that Evie was in a crate because she is small and a crate is very spacious for her. And she absolutely loves her crate. She sleeps in it so well. She sleeps all the way through the night. She'll sleep from like 10 till 10, which I don't know if that's like normal, but she loves to sleep. Like, she is a very relaxed dog, and she loves her crate. Sometimes she'll sneak into my bed a couple of nights a week because I just can't resist. She's too cute. But it has been a journey with her sleep. So when Evie first came home, she was a bit of a crier, which is fair enough because she was away from her siblings and her parents. But she is so good now. She only whines when she needs to go outside, or sometimes if she's in a bit of a mood and she just doesn't want to go to bed yet, which is fair, I get it. Sometimes I don't want to go to bed yet either. And she'll also whine when I'm watching Love Island and it's too loud. So I don't know if Evie's a Love Island fan or not. I'm assuming not because she barks at me, but yeah, so Evie is actually such a good sleeper. I think a crate is a really good idea because you can put a blanket over it. That way it's completely dark, they feel completely safe and secure, and I just think that works for Evie. Obviously this isn't going to work for every dog. Your dog might be a complete bed dog, your dog might just sleep on the floor. I don't know how you go about it, but I recommend a crate because they do feel very safe and secure, and then if you need to travel you can pop them in their crate in the car as well, and they just feel very at home and again very secure. So the next thing is something that I wished I knew before I got a dog. Like, it kind of sounds like common sense, but I just got a little bit too excited, and that is that dogs don't need a huge amount of toys and they don't need expensive toys either. I think there are some toys that are crucial to have, which is a Kong, because that keeps them so entertained, as well as some sort of a rope toy so that you can pull it and like have a little tug of war with them, and then also something small so that they can throw it, go get it, whatever. But toys will break. We have gone through so many toys. We've had a little like toy surgery before where we've had to fix her favorite toys, and then there's just like other situations where there's just like toys that are just not able to be fixed. They're so beyond repair, it's a joke. One of her first toys, which I really wanted to keep, but there's just no point because it's absolutely torn to shreds, we had to throw out the other day and I was so sad. But moral of the story is that you do not need expensive toys or a lot of toys because they're very easily entertained, and once they have their favourites they pretty much stick to them. So Evie has probably 3 favourite toys. One of them is a little Christmas elf, one of them is a sloth, and one of them is what we call a sloth-topus, which has a sloth face and like heaps of little tentacles. I don't know. But yeah, she absolutely loves her toys, but she only goes to her few favourites. She doesn't really go through her whole pile, and we've got a lot of them. So the next thing I want to touch on is the essentials, and this might sound a little bit silly. You're like, what do you mean essentials? Like, obviously there's things you need for a dog like food and water, but I mean stuff like having a drink bottle for when they go on a walk is really important, because there's not always going to be dog bowls everywhere. And also, as much as you want to trust the public, you can't trust every dog bowl, because I have heard some horror stories and I don't want to risk that. And then there's other things like a little dog seat belt for when she's in the car, so that she stays in her seat and she doesn't have to sit on somebody's lap, and stuff like that is really important. So I would recommend getting one of those portable water bottles. I got mine from Kmart. It's not the best, I won't lie. I think Target has better ones. Then also the seat belt for the car is really good. We also have, are you right? Also, having a poo bag holder that you can put on the lead is literally a lifesaver, so that you don't have to have it in your pocket, and it just makes it so much simpler, because it's so easy to forget poo bags even though you have a dog for so long. Like, we've had her for ages and I still would forget to put them in my pocket if we didn't have it on the lead. The other thing that I think personally is an essential but might not be an essential for you guys is a puppy perfume. Now, I know that sounds a little bit ridiculous, but you can get these sprays. They're literally just like human perfume but for dogs, and it makes her smell so good. Like, obviously we need to bath her and everything, but if it's just a little bit like in between the time when she needs a bath or when she's going to get a groom, just a little spritz of a little puppy perfume and she smells so good. And honestly, it's almost like a perfect room spray as well. So like the room that you spray her in smells so incredible. I literally can't explain it, and it just makes the whole house smell good, because she's just running around like crazy, and then it just smells like peaches or whatever. Oh my god, you need it for your sake and for your dog's sake. The next thing is tricks, and I love teaching Evie tricks. She is so clever. So I'm going to pop in a clip in a second of all the tricks that I've taught her, so that you can see it, because I just want to show off how clever she is, because I love her so much and she's literally so smart. You have no idea.
So, Evie, Knuckles. Knuckles. Good girl. Oh, here it is. It's up. Sit. Good girl. Can you give me paw? No? Can you give me paw? Good girl. Sit pretty. Oh, that's a good girl. Spin. Spin again. Yes, you're so clever. Can you sit? Can you down? Down. Good girl. High five. Good girl. Oh, she's so clever. You can have another one just because you're such a good girl, aren't you?
Now, the next thing I want to talk about, which can be a little bit challenging when you get a dog, is leaving them home alone. Now, obviously during Rona and COVID, whichever way you want to say it, we haven't really been able to leave the house. But when we do try to make sure that she has time alone, so that she doesn't get separation anxiety from us, because that's a huge thing. We want her to be able to thrive on her own as well as thrive with us. We obviously wouldn't leave her for prolonged amounts of time, but say we have to go do the shopping and it takes us an hour and then we get back. Stuff like that is really important. So the way that we have prepared for that when we first had her is we would put her in one end of the house, so she still had a bit of room to roam around and she could play around, have fun, whatever. We'd made sure that there was no things that were on the floor that were going to be of harm to her. And then slowly, as she got older and as she got more toilet trained, we opened up the whole house, and now she has the whole house to herself. We still have some trouble with her barking. She's got quite a small bark, fortunately, so she doesn't make too much noise and you can't really hear her from outside because of how insulated the house is. But she does like to bark at people who walk past, and she barks when our cars come in the driveway and stuff like that. But I think it's really good to have like a routine when you have a dog of leaving them home alone. So you could start with like a pen that they stay in, work up to a room, work up to a section of the house until you get all the way to the whole house, and you can trust them to behave in that environment. She's giving me the side eye right now and I'm not sure why. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is costs, and I'm really fortunate that she is a family dog, so we all share the costs for her. But dogs are pricey, I will not lie to you. She was a fair few thousand herself, weren't you just, but you were worth every single dollar. And then of course your vet bills, and if they get sick then you have to pay extra vet bills, and then of course also their food. We're really fortunate that Evie doesn't eat like a huge amount, but dogs are a little bit expensive, but they are worth every single cent. Like, I wouldn't change the world for this little muffin. I love her so much. Just look at her. She's so snuggly, aren't she, baby? Alright, there we go, little parrot. But yeah, so that is basically the 1 year pup date. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Evie is so over me right now. If you did, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe so that you never miss out on any content. I will try to feature Evie on the channel a little bit more because I just can't get enough of this face, and I'm sure you guys can't either. She is so done with me. So I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe for more content. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna stop annoying her now so that she can go and play or something because she's being the biggest sook right now. Oh my god.